Hello, sports fans, and welcome to the Scott Sports 101 Thursday Night Football Week 10. We'll call it a update show. It's in the fourth quarter, just getting underway with 15 minutes to go. And it's 6-3 Dolphins leading the Ravens. Been a low-scoring affair so far. We'll talk more about that in just a moment. But first, here's today's Scott Sports 101 Thursday Night Football Week 10 trivia question. It's a Dolphins trivia question. How many wins did Don Shula have as the Dolphins head coach upon his retirement in after the 1995 season? I will have the answer later on the podcast. Excuse me. It's Thursday Night Football Week 10. The Baltimore Ravens and the Miami Dolphins are battling it out right now tonight at Hard Rock Stadium in Miami, Florida. And the Ravens are coming off a 3-point, 30-31 win over the Minnesota Vikings last week. You can be sure the Ravens are going to be out to win this game tonight and go to 7-2 and stay on top of the AFC North. The Ravens are looking to keep their momentum going and keep the Miami Dolphins on their toes in this game tonight. Lamar Jackson has over 27.5 passing attempts, minus 115 so far this season. Baltimore has shifted its offense to be more pass-heavy, and it's by far a joy to watch. Jackson has hit over this total in 6 of 8 played games, including all 3 road games against the Broncos, Lions, and Raiders, because Baltimore's secondary is just so susceptible and 31st against the pass. Expect Jacoby Brissett, who is starting for Tua Tagovailoa tonight for the Dolphins in place of him to be competitive tonight. Lamar Jackson owns the NFL's all-time record for rushing yards in a season by a quarterback with 1,206 rushing yards in 2019. This year, he is on pace to break that record with help from a 17th game. Jackson has 600 rushing yards through this season, which puts him on pace to finish with 1,275 rushing yards on 17 games this season. That would break his own record by 69 yards. Expect Lamar Jackson to have a big game tonight, but it hasn't been that way so far against the Dolphins tonight. And expect the Ravens defense to keep the Dolphins offense and their defense as well on their toes. Meanwhile, the Dolphins are coming off a 17-9 win over the Houston Texans last week. Excuse me. You can be sure Miami's going to do everything they can to get the win over the Ravens tonight and get their record to 2-7. Tagovailoa was questionable for tonight's game, but he will not start tonight's game. He did not start tonight's game against the Ravens. Jacoby Brissett will has started in his place tonight. And it's Brissett's second straight start this season. And I expect him to be really competitive tonight. Right now, the Dolphins, with 14:10 left to go in the fourth quarter, are leading 6-3. It's a first and goal at the Baltimore 1. And the Dolphins have the football right now. And we will get back to talking about this in just a moment. But first, it's time to reveal the answer to tonight's Scott Sports 101 Thursday Night Football Week 10 trivia question. It's a Dolphins one, as I mentioned. How many wins did Don Shula have as the Dolphins head coach upon his retirement after the 1995 season? And if you said 274, you are correct. Don Shula captured 274 of his NFL-leading 347 wins as Miami's head coach from 1970 to 1995. He won 73 games as coach of the Baltimore Ravens from 1963 to 1969. And I will have another trivia question on my next podcast which will be on Scott Sports 101 NFL Football Sunday. So stay tuned for that. Now, here was our Thursday night pick of the week. I'm going with Baltimore to win this one, and my brother-in-law Eric Hoyle, he's also taking the Ravens for tonight's game. So we'll see if the Ravens can get the win, or will Miami beat Baltimore and shock them and go to 2-7. And it was a 2-1, and Tagovailoa did come in and play, so he's playing right now. Avaloa pass incomplete, short middle to Gesky, and it was no gain. So now it's a 3rd and goal at the Baltimore 1. And the Dolphins saw the ball was a penalty on Jackson. False start, 5 yards enforced at the Baltimore 1. There was no play. So we will see what happens. But it's been a low-scoring affair so far up to this point. Baltimore had the first field goal in the first quarter, and it was 2-0. And then the Dolphins tied in the second quarter. It was 3-3, and then just before halftime they kicked another field goal. And right now that's where we stand, 6-3. It's been very low-scoring affair, and sort of is like the shocker with the Buffalo Bills and the Jacksonville Jaguars. So we shall see what happens. And if the Ravens want it, they've got to start dominating, and Miami's got to hold on to the lead if they want to get the win in this game tonight, and they've got to continue to keep Baltimore on their toes. So we shall see. Well, that's just about going to wrap it up for the Scott Sports 101 Thursday Night Football Update Show. I'll be back with the Thursday Night Football postgame show once the Ravens-Dolphins game has concluded. But until then, always remember, be a team player each and every day in every way possible. So long, everybody. 3, 2, 1. I'm done.